football may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cardinals offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. It was the Cardinals in a beatdown of the Cats in their last meeting.
These are two schools obviously playing in different conferences, but winning this game matters, especially on the recruiting trail. That really helped Louisville last season.
Yeah, and especially winning in that fashion. Like, we're talking about what rivalry? Like, we own you. We own conference bragging rights. A lot of positives for Louisville a year ago.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Give to the running back. And the defense holds. Firm, no pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Right back to him on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Cardinals line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
So Kentucky's offense has the ball for the first time. We have got a tremendous... matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The give from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll knock him down for a... A couple. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curved some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. These two first met in 1912, and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Morris. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Off play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Hands it off. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Finds his big tight end. He'll be about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On the move to his left. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Alston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man. It's Gilmore. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give is to Taylor. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morris. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this This offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Grab behind the line. It's Gilmore. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Slithers into space. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And how many first downs is that, guys, on this drive alone? This defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They'll try to get outside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! It's still... But we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Coming out with it, it's Etheridge. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They're working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Back to throw, it's Morris. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
The short hands, it's sticky. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Got it in the middle, it's Skinner. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisville!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways.
And the quarterback is knocked down.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Morris. Under fire. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes the grab. It's Dickey. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
looking to throw on first down. Completes it in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. Now the play fake. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. To the air, it's Morris. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Reads it, fires complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Cardinals come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Louisville taking command as the Cardinals stretch the lead.
Yeah, the Cardinals doing everything right. They're doing everything they need to do. They are looking down their noses at Kentucky right now saying, we run this state.
And it looks like Louisville just has the most composure between the two teams in this game, right? They're not making as many mental errors, and that's starting to show up on the scoreboard.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Alston. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Kentucky. Forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. Maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. That's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it to the back on the draw.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy.
Makes the grab at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Pine. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Kentucky. Grabbed in the end zone to put... on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Morris. And they can't complete the bullet. It's on 3rd down. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Bringing the heat. With the catch, it's Gilmore. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. The incomplete pass makes this series end. As they turn it over on downs. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Leaves it with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. And
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough. The offense here, they're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Offense in a bunch formation. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Right on the money. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Safe completion on the screen. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Unloads quickly. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's Alston. Looking for room at the 30. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Alston. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here comes the heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. To the air, it's Pine. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything is... Right, like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to grow.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. It's Alston. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He's brought down. Short return to the defense, comes out on top with a pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Louisville.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Gilliam. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. A fair catch called for and made. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's reeled in. It's Alston.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The offense has converted just one time in 4 fourth-down attempts, but they'll try it again. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Back to throw, it's Gilliam. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Going to swing it on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but